Girlfriends, 30F. Texts broke my 30M heart. What do you think I should do? Hey guys. So last week my now ex-GF had her phone on with me in bed and I saw my name pop up. Months ago, she had a different friend than one in this story. Friend that continuously talked shit about me being white, making fun of her for dating a white man, while he was white himself, so I felt like it was something hateful. Her foot is broken, thus I've been taking care of her in my apt and letting her work in my library. However, I just couldn't get the thought out of my head that her friends were back to making fun of me, so I checked her iPad to see what they said. The things that I saw broke my heart. This is a group chat with her and a coworker. She claims that it was just jokes and their relationship is just sassy shit talk with her gay bestie, so she didn't see issue with it prior to me finding the texts. I never met this coworker friend or any friend, family member of hers in the relationship, and that was another issue I had harped on for a few months, despite meeting all of mine, but she insisted that she just enjoys spending time with me and never introduced a boyfriend to her friends before. We're in an interracial relationship. I'm white, she's black. I work in a pro sports league and my background theme of my LinkedIn is various legends of that league. They found my LinkedIn and my girlfriend said that the black women in the background I built my career off. The friend then jumped in and said in style, attitude, and aesthetic. And she just emphasized it. Years ago, I wrote a hip-hop book on racial oppression in the U.S., economic inequality, etc. And they found the book and she said, it's somehow giving racist. Then her friend said that, it's giving desperate to be black and accepted, and she just emphasized it. A message of her friend sending a meme saying, it's your boyfriend when he tries to pretend he has a black card, asking about Juneteenth etc. I didn't open the meme, but she responded saying, ha 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 ha. Another example is I had to pick up her medicine, and her insurance fell on the floor with her paperwork, so I didn't see it, thus she got charged a lump sum of $. It was an honest mistake, and I immediately went back to the pharmacy and got her card refunded and apologized. Instead of her being okay with that, she went to her group chat and said that this mistake would be okay if I was bringing home real money and not a skimpy little 100K. She also said this is why you don't blow smoke up your children's ass because they grow up delusional. And how I'm 30 years old and can't fill a prescription and that the bar is in hell. Another time they asked her if we broke up yet, and she responded, not yet. Another time her friend called me a bitch. Another time she was showing me pictures of her friend in France, and as I never been there, I said, wow, it's really a vacation spot, it looks like Cali. She ran to tell her group chat and cook me. Unrelated, but a few months ago we almost broke up, because she told me she would never post a white man on her social media, and that Beyoncé or Rihanna would never be caught dead doing that, and told me to ask my friends that are black women. When they took my side, she said they need to read their history. Ultimately, after not talking for days, she started posting me and apologized and begged me to understand what she meant, that she was just uncomfortable with it because it was her first time. She says this is how her and her gay friends talk, and some of the stuff was just jokes, not serious, and some of the stuff she was just venting, and venting is healthy because it allows her to be happy around me, and that I have no clue about how highly she speaks of me with all her family and friends, and that after we'd communicate about issues, she'd still be upset about them and need to vent to get it off rather than continuing to harp on the issue. We dated 7 months. Outside of this stuff, she was a really good girl and showed me love all the time, wanted to get married and have kids eventually. I treated her very well. I was loyal, respectful, and loving. She wants to get back with me very badly, but I honestly don't know if she's the girl for me after this. So, in the past few days, she's been reaching out pretty consistently about how horrible she feels and that she was wrong. But in same token she tries to say this was the same as me reading her personal diary, and that I jumped into something with no context, thus I'm analyzing it wrong. What do you guys think I should do? Do I believe that it's just jokes or venting that she promised she'd stop doing, or keep things finished? No need for you heart to break, send that rotten good for nothing back out the streets and find someone who respects you. Don't be afraid to check a girl when she is being disrespectful. She's not. Have some self-respect. She looks down on everything about you including your salary. Ex-girlfriend. X. Why are you okay being with someone who is so cruel to you? She's actually not a really good girl. And frankly she should feel bad. What she's done and said about you is not okay. She may be calling and begging to get back together, but I bet if you looked at her messages now they'd just be more of the same. Only difference would be how she deserves better. She's a queen and you're a joker, etc. Have some self-respect and keep her as an ex. I wouldn't stay with someone who doesn't defend me and shit talks me behind my back. Whether or not it was personal or not, why the hell would you entertain the idea of someone who clearly doesn't love you? Talking behind your back isn't love. Insulting you behind your back isn't love. If she loved you, she wouldn't agree with or say such mean things. I found out my wife, 36 female, has a bank account that she's been keeping from me, 39 male. I've been thinking about this all day and I can't make sense of it, so I'm turning to the Reddit community. To set the scene, I have been married to my wife for 10 years and we have 2 boys, 6 and 10. I work full-time and my wife is a stay-at-home mom. Our eldest boy is in school and our youngest is at home with her during the day. Financially we do okay, there's no issues putting food on the table and paying bills, but we're not going on an overseas holiday every year. Last night I was looking at our joint bank account on the internet and I noticed an unexpected transfer, about $100, so not huge. I thought this was odd and looked through the transaction history and saw that there's quite a few transfers to this account. There doesn't appear to be a pattern to the frequency or amount. I confronted my wife and she eventually admitted that she has a separate bank account that she hasn't told me about. I wasn't happy about this, but what got me real upset was that she refused to show me the account on the internet, as I wanted to see how much was in it and what purchases she has made. I called her a liar and untrustworthy, which I probably shouldn't have. I went to bed without talking to her again. I got up early this morning to go to the gym while she was still asleep, which is normal for a Saturday. I went through her wallet and found her bank card. On the way home from the gym I went to an ATM and checked the balance. She uses the same PIN for everything. There was only a few $100s in the account. The ATM only provides the balance and doesn't show past transactions. This seemed to stack up because I would have noticed money missing from our joint account if she had saved up thousands. She also hasn't made any unexplained expensive purchases, no new jewelry or expensive clothes. Sometimes there would be something new in the house, like a pot plant or a new toy for the boys, which I didn't notice was purchased from our account, but I just figured she must have bought it as part of the grocery shop. What I can't work out is why she refused to show me the internet banking details. I feel like she's really trying to hide something, but I can't work out what it could possibly be. And I guess this is my main question to this group. Could it be that she simply prefers to have some independence? Or could it be something more serious? Thanks everyone in advance for your comments. She should have her own bank account and also her own retirement savings. Both of you should have life insurance as well. What is fishy is that she has been taking money on the sly from the joint account, and doesn't want to divulge details. Does she not trust you with the details because she is doing something nefarious? Or, does she not trust you with the details because you're controlling and don't want her to have any independence? That's the key, really. So you went through her wallet, took her card and went to the ATM to check the account. And you wonder why she has that secret account? Did you by any chance withdraw that money out? Also, is she allowed any spending money of her own? Are you controlling? Do you nitpick her spending? If so, that's why she probably doesn't want to tell you. And I wouldn't blame her. All SOMs should have an account like this, in my opinion. They are at the complete financial mercy of someone else. Are you financially abusive? You watch her spending down to the potted plant. That's some intense scrutiny. She just wants some independence. Chill out. My 30M wife, 35F, told me I'm not her type. We've been together for 7 years and have a kid. She's a stay-at-home mom, her choice, and I work 50-60 hours a week. The problem is she told me implicitly that she's not attracted to me and I don't know what to do. She'll initiate something romantic about once every 6 months. If I don't take the lead, then we could go months without ever having sex. The past year I've been also doing 75–90% of all the cooking, cleaning, laundry, dishes, housework, etc. I'll wake up at 5 a.m. to pre-make her lunch, take care of our animals, prepare food for our kid, do the dishes and laundry and whatever else needs done. Honestly, I know I haven't been romantic as much lately, but I'll work from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. most days. What she tells me whenever I initiate something is that she's tired. I'm not really out of shape, but definitely don't have abs anymore. But whenever we're in a relaxed setting, she'll mention a movie star, random person she's seen, or someone else that usually looks nothing like me as attractive or hot. I've also tried communicating my loneliness and how she's made me feel unwanted, but all she usually says is how she's exhausted and that she needs more help and I need to be home more so she's not tired. If I could maybe get a different perspective, maybe I'm doing something wrong. I feel like I've tried a lot of things and everything I can think of, but I'm just so lonely and tired now I don't know what to do. Edit. I usually make her lunch when I make my own. It's not that much extra to do since it's just an extra portion. Which is why I do it whenever I had meal prep the days before. The real problem is not you being her type, which in a lot of cases doesn't mean she is not attracted to you. This does not appear to be one of those cases. It's that she straight up doesn't care and is taking advantage of you. While it's mostly her fault, you teach people how to treat you. You know things need to change. She will never respect a doormat. Divorce. Please divorce this lazy woman. You make her lunch and she stays home? You're doing way too much. It sounds like your wife settled for you and had a kid. DNA test your child. She uses you for resources. And it sounds like she does nothing all day besides watching the child. Hell, I wouldn't put it past her that she was sleeping with someone else in your home. My boyfriend 31M told me 29F that all women my race are gold diggers and cheaters. For context, me, F29, and my boyfriend, M31, have been dating 3 months. For context, he is biracial, B, W, I am, B. We were having a conversation today and he said that he felt all B women grow up to be gold diggers and cheaters. I reminded him that he was raised by a beautiful B queen, rest her soul, who worked 2 jobs to support him and his brothers. I also reminded him that he was raising a beautiful B princess, 9yo. He informed me that his mom, daughter and I are exceptions, me being an exception because I grew up in a okay neighborhood and attended predominantly W-based private schools growing up. His daughter being an exception because she has him as a father and she will never have to go to another man for money, so she'll never have a reason to cheat. Should I be worried that his mentality about women my race will ruin the relationship in the future? I don't fault anyone for their opinion. He has his due to the gold diggers prank he loves to watch on YouTube. He said that most of the girl who fall for it are B. I told him stay off YouTube and go out into the real world. He told me that since he grew up in the hood, he knows more about it than me and more about B females' mind set on money and relationships. I guess my question is, should I end it before it even really gets started? I don't want to get 2 years down the line and my skin color starts to become an issue. Update. I broke it off and his response was, chocolate is good but you won't be the only one hitting that. I left it at that. I predict his ignorance and propensity for self-delusion will send you running long before his racism. Your skin color is already an issue. He literally told you that he thinks you will be a gold digger and cheater. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. I think you have all the information in front of you to make a decision. I think the answer rests in your self-esteem. Gross. Trust me. You don't want to see the day that you're no longer the exceptions to his views. I'm concerned for his child. Also, why even date you if he feels this way? Dude is weird.